Oh my baby, got me staring at you. So I'm crazy, won't you bend that back for me? We won't stop, got your feet both locked. You get to fly with me. I can take you down for a ride. I take you around my life. Jaywalking, crosswalking, lip locking, but I know it.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Siobhan. Hello. If you're coming back, then welcome. So in today's video, as you can tell from the title, it's all about the Urban Decay makeup palette. I created this eyelet right here using this palette and experimented with some like purpley pink ombre kind of lips. Got there in the end. But yeah, this palette has been discontinued, so I thought I would show it some love. Just because when I first got into makeup, this palette was my first ever like proper eyeshadow palette. And I feel like Urban Decay were the original like eyeshadow palette creators, like proper eyeshadow palettes. So I have a lot of love for them. I have like the Vice palettes which used to be a thing, and like I used to have a collective one, like an Alice in Wonderland one of the limited edition things, but I've lost that. But yeah, I just love Urban Decay eyeshadow palettes, and I feel like I owe it to this palette to give it a bit of a tribute, a bit of a we won't forget you eyeshadow palette. So yeah, because you can tell mine is battered and bruised, but I promise you it's very well loved. We love all these bronzy shades, which is what I've got on my lid today. I'm not a big fan of cool toned eyeshadow, so I rarely ever use like a silver shade or like this. I try to step out of my comfort zone every once in a while, but I thought I would just do a look that I always used to wear using this eyeshadow palette. And yeah, I really like the way it turned out. I feel super glam. Yeah, and I decided to pair it with this purple lip just for a bit of fun. But if you do want to see this tutorial, then please carry on watching and I will show you how to create this look. Before you do, please subscribe, it's completely free, and we'll just carry on with the video. Okay, so I have my battered old naked palette ready for action. I haven't used this in so long, it's insane. I can't remember the last time I actually used it, but I used to use it all the time, as you can tell from how beaten up the packaging is. Let me just show you the pans. Are you ready? Look at how beaten up they are. So I've completely hit pan on Virgin, on Naked, Buck and Smog, one of my favourite shades from this palette. I did actually used to use it every single day. Yeah, so you can tell how much I love this. I'm really excited to play with it today and bring it back and show it some love before it kind of disintegrates from the world of beauty. So the first shade that I'm going to go into is this one right here, which is called Naked, which is a really light brown shade. So I'm going to take this as my first transition shade. This palette only comes with really 2 matte shades. You've only really got 2 transitions to kind of work with, but that is fine because all of the other colours will go with the transition shades. So yeah, I'm going to take the colour Naked right here. And the brush I'm going to take that on is the Sigma E40 tapered blending brush. I'm going to go straight into the shadow. This is very nostalgic for me. Trying to get whatever I can from whatever's left in the pan. Tapping off whatever excess is on the brush, and then I'm going to apply this to the crease of my eye, just using kind of windshield wiper motions to really blend it in. Kind of bringing it out on that outer corner as well. I think I'm going to use tape for this look on the outer corner. I don't really use tape that much anymore because I'll just fix it with my beauty blender, but I used to use tape all the time in every single makeup look ever. So I think just for the purpose of this nostalgia kind of video, that's what I'm going to go ahead and take. So I'm just blending that into my eye. Now let's take some tape. All you need is some sellotape right here. Just peel some off. Hopefully you can find the end. And then just put it on the back of your hand to get rid of some of the stickiness so it's not too harsh. And then line it up with the outer corner of your eye to the tail of your brow and pull upwards like so. Just gonna help to have like a really nice like sharp wing at the outer corner. Now let's build on those transitions. So I'm going to take another blending brush. This one is just the Primark 230 blending brush. It comes in a pack of 2. So I'm going to take this right here and go in with the shade right here, which is called Buck, which is the other sort of transitional shade in the palette. It's like a deeper brown. It's not too dark. It's just kind of like just above mid brown. I'm just going to go straight into the shadow, tap off the, oh god, the mirror is like all battered from where I can feel it when I tap the palette. Honestly, this palette is so battered. I used to love it so much. So I'm just going to apply this in the crease of my eye, but focusing more on that outer V area to really smoke things up. Just working it, blending it all in that outer V area, pulling it outwards, and then slowly just bringing it in. So the main focus of that deeper brown shade is on the outer corner of the eye. Okay, so once that buck shade is on, I'm going to go back in with more of the naked shade just to diffuse it a little bit more. I'm going to go in with a cream base. This is the Maybelline Colour Tattoo Eye Studio On and On Bronze. It's probably really dried out by now because I've had this for ages. But I'm going to take this and try and apply it to kind of like the lid area. Just as a base for the shadows. Yeah, it's really dried out, so I've got to probably work my brush into this. This is a synthetic brush which works best with these kind of products. Let's scrape off the first like dried off layer and see if we can get somewhere with this. Okay, we're getting somewhere. I don't know if it's going to work, but we gonna try. So let's just apply this to the lid. I'm not doing like a cut crease or anything, it's more just to kind of help the other shades stick to something and look a little bit more intense. For my lid shade, I'm going to take my synthetic brush. This is the MAC 242. Actually, I don't know if it's synthetic, but we will find out. I've had this for years. I'm going to give my little setting spray a shake, what's left of it, and spray this on. I'm trying to get it all out. This is just a really like empty setting spray, so I'm just using that for whatever I can, but I don't want to use it on my face because it will just splatter at me. But yeah, I'm going to go in with what shade should I take? Okay, I'm going to go in with one of my favourite shades, which is this one right here. Do I want that one? Yeah, I'm going to take this one right here, which is called Half Baked, which I feel like was an eyeshadow that you could buy separately from Urban Decay. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I knew it was really popular, so I'm going to take this one right here, which is their beautiful bronzy gold shade. I'm going to pack that on the inner section of the eye. Pretty. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with the shade Smog. I'm going to do my 3-toned like bronze smoky eye that I always used to do. So I'm going to take this one right here, which is very well loved. I'm just taking it on the same brush as before, no different, and packing that, just overlapping the gold slightly in the middle of the eye. And then I'm going to go into the really dark shimmery brown shade called Dark Horse, which I also love, and I'm going to apply that on the outer corner of the eye. This used to be like my go-to look, I remember. Then I'm going to go back into that buck shade. I'm going to go back into the buck shade. Way! And I'm just going to apply this very lightly on the outer corner just to kind of fade it in a little bit. Okay, now for some liner. Now I'm just going to go in with some liner. This is the Revolution Renaissance eyeliner, which looks like a little fountain pen. I think it's really cute, and I've used this a couple times recently and I really do like this. So just going to go ahead and apply a wing to my eye because I would always do that with a naked palette. So I'm just going to start by applying it very close to my lashes in short little strokes, and then what I'll do is bring it out and put it back in. I can't talk when doing this, I've discovered, otherwise it just messes up completely, but you will be able to see what I'm doing, just staying very close to that lash line. Okay, then I'm going to peel off the tape to reveal the nice sharp line at the corners. Oh, so it'll feel a little bit weird. Then I'm just going to take my little finger and kind of like pat over just this kind of corner, just because it looks a little bit weird otherwise. Okay, next I'm going to pop some liner on my inner waterline. This is the Sigma Long Wear Eyeliner Pencil in the shade Wicked. And I'm just going to pop this in my lower and upper waterline just to really smoke up the look.
Oh my baby.
Now I'm just going to highlight my brow bone, and I'm going to go in with the shade Virgin right here, which I've used a lot of. As you can see, it's pretty much just all pan. I'm going to take this on a pencil brush and then pop this on my brow bone just in the arch.
Take you around my life.
And then also on the inner corner. Then I'm going to start by applying some shadows to the lower lash line, starting with the same shades that we have on the lid just underneath. So going in with Half Baked on this little brush from Real Techniques. It is the... okay, all the writing has completely scratched off, but it's just a teeny tiny little brush. Then I'm going to go into Smog, which is the darker bronzy shade, and pop that in the middle. And then into Dark Horse, which is a really, really dark colour. Okay, that's it for the eyeshadow. I can't believe they're discontinuing it, it's so sad. End of an era. Now I'm going to curl my lashes. I'm taking the Primark Eyelash Curlers. Just going to pop these on and give them a little squeeze. I'm just going to pop on some mascara, and I'm taking the Urban Decay Troublemaker Mascara. Then I'm going to pop on some lashes. I'll do this off camera just because it's just boring, and I'll probably go like this and completely out of focus. So I'm going to take the Morphe Melrose Avenue lashes. They're very like wispy and fluttery, so I think these will go nicely with this look. They will go nicely with this look. So I'll put these on and I'll be right back in a jiffy. So lashes are on. Now time for the face. So I'm going to start off with my favourite primer, which is the Primark Primer Water. I use this as a base before foundation or a base before another primer. I just love it. So I'm just going to give this a good shake and spray it on. Then I'm just going to give my face a good fan dry. That will do. Then for actual primer, I'm going to go in with the Revlon Photo Ready Primer, which is an oldie but a goodie. Just going to squeeze some of this out, rub it between my fingers, and then massage this into the skin. For foundation, I'm going to go in with a new fave, and this is the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin Foundation. I am in the shade Y225. I love this stuff. It actually feels like velvet and it's amazing. But yeah, I'm going to apply this with my Beauty Blender. Then I'm going to blend this into the skin using my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. I've been thinking recently whether I should actually buy the actual Beauty Blender, but I'm like, nope, this works just fine. I'll probably end up caving in like a month or something, because that's what I do, but oh well. Just gonna blend this all over the skin. And down the neck as well for a nice blend. Okay, so we're going to use a bit of a bougie product. I'm going to take the Chanel Soleil Tan de Chanel Universal Bronzing Makeup Base. Oh, it's so pretty. I'm going to use this to kind of cream, contour / bronze up my face. I'm just going to go in with my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush just to pick up the product and then get to work blending this out into my skin. Moving on to concealer, I thought I would take my Urban Decay one. This is the Naked Skin Concealer and I am in the shade Light Neutral. I'm going to apply this to my chin, under the eyes, forehead and my nose to brighten and highlight the face. Then I'm going to blend it out with my Real Techniques sponge, with dabbing it into the skin. Then I'm going to go in with a really cool product which I haven't used like properly before, and it's a Revolution Jelly Highlighter in the shade Monumental, and it looks beautiful. That right here is a really like weird consistency. Actually it's like jelly. I'm going to take some of that on my finger, not loads because it is quite intense, so I'm just going to pat it onto my cheekbone. Then we can always add a little bit more if needed. Put to the nose, pop a lip. The thing I like about this is it's not too runny and it does kind of have a tap to it, which is going to help it kind of stay. If you put more highlight over the top, it's really going to help stick it down. Look how pretty that is. Ooh. Then to set it into place, I'm taking the Revolution Pro Supreme Highlighter Metals palette, and I'm going to go in with this shade right here, which is the goldy one. I'm just going to pop this straight over the top of that jelly highlighter. Oh yes, look at that glow. Then we're going to set the face, and I'm taking my Etmore Beauty Mineral Complexion Powder, just on this big fat Primark blending brush, bronzer brush. I'm going to avoid that highlight area because I want it to remain nice and glowy and intense. Now I'm going to move on to contouring, and I'm going to take my Nip and Fab contour palette. I'm going to go in with the shade right here, which is called Ginger. I love this contour palette, it's so good. The brush that I'm going to use to contour is the BH Studio Pro 3 brush. So I'm going to go straight into the contour and tap off the excess, and then I'm going to start by contouring my cheekbones, working it up onto the temple and bringing it up onto the forehead as well. A little bit under the jaw for some extra shape, and then whatever's left is kind of down the sides of the nose.
Got your feet both light.
Then I'm going to do some like powder highlighting, so I'm going to go in with this banana shade right here mixed with vanilla, and I'm going to, mixed with this vanilla shade, and I'm going to pop that on my chin, under my eyes and my forehead. For blush, I'm going to go in with the Primark blusher in the shade Taboo. I'm just going to take it on my Primark powder brush, blusher brush even, pop this on the apples of my cheeks. And then I'm going to set it all into place using the I Heart Revolution Vanilla and Coconut Fixing Spray. Now for all the finishing touches, which is my favourite part of doing her makeup, to be honest. So I'm going in with a Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Gel. This is in the shade Urban, which is a little bit red tinted, but it will be fine. I use it quite a lot actually. I have chocolate and this one as well. I'm going to pop that through the brows just to kind of get rid of any powder residue and set these brows into place.
Oh my baby.
I'm going to pop some mascara on my lower lashes. This is the Urban Decay Trouble Maker Mascara again. Now for lips, to finish off the makeup look, I'm going to take the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Lip Pencil in the shade Blackmail, just because I fancy like a kind of pinky look. Usually I would pair this look with a nude, but I want to use this Urban Decay gloss I got recently called Fireball, which is like a pink with like orange duochrome in it. It's really pretty, so I'm going to pair this with this lip liner.
Crosswalking, lip locking, but I know it, you know it, we make it.
I'm going to fill in most of the lip with the lip liner as well, just for a base for the lip gloss. And then for gloss, I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay High Shine Lip Gloss in the shade Fireball. I am feeling this makeup look. So this is the finished makeup look. I really hope you enjoyed watching this kind of throwback tutorial using the famous Urban Decay Naked palette right here, which is battered and bruised but very well loved. Look at it. I mean, we've really done some work with this palette. Yeah, so I just had real fun like playing with this makeup and like creating this look using some new products, some really old products and like nostalgia things. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. It's completely free. It will alert you when I upload a new video. If you're feeling super keen, please hit the notification bell right next to it because it will go ding when I upload a new video. Check me out on my socials, Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. They'll all be linked down below. They're usually just shivonmakeupbiz, and I shall see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye. You are before you do. What is that on my hand? Got black shadow all over my hand. Whoops. Anyway, I'm gonna go in with a black. For my lid shade, I'm just gonna take this MAC 242 brush. What? Okay, well I've just dropped my setting spray, so I guess I'm not using that again. Oh, I've got hair. Inner, like, sorry. Hello?
Are those batteries back, please?
Yeah, sorry, hang on. And you can always add a little bit. The brush, oh, got itchy lip.